What's up guys, it's Nanto here and welcome back to another football impact video. And what a sensational week it's been for some of the interesting matches and a lot of goals in many leagues this weekend. Starting off with the Premier League. And the big game in the Premier League, big game was between Tottenham and Manchester City, where Man City literally can't stop winning. You know, winning all the time. It's now starting to get a little bit irritating because every other team in the Premier League is thinking, like, just give them the Premier League title now, just give them to them. Because what's the point of even trying to catch them? What's the point of even trying to even get them? Because they're not going to. Man City from won the league, the season's over, so let's pack our bags and let's go ready for the World Cup. Okay, maybe not that because there's a lot of matches to go. But in this game, Man City just did what they did against Manchester United, did it every team this season, ripped them to shreds. And literally that's what they did against Tottenham. Tottenham couldn't deal with him, they couldn't deal with Kevin De Bruyne. Even David Silva didn't play in this match, where I think he's been Man City's best player for the past couple of weeks. But Kevin De Bruyne steps up, that's why he is the best player in the Premier League, and he just does it again. Scored a goal in this game, created a goal, made a penalty, which guy was just missed. But it's just, this City team's got so much squad. It's this squad system. I think it's this, we're watching right now one of the best Premier League teams of all time. And I think you just have to expect the fact that we're right now just seeing something we've never seen before. This City team, I didn't think the Arsenal team could be done by Invincibles. This could easily get close to it. I don't think that, can they do it? It's going to be really difficult. But we could be seeing something remarkable here this season for this Man City team, because Pep Guardiola's I just didn't think this. I thought City won the league. I didn't think they would do anything like this, just rip the league apart. You know, this is a good Tottenham team, and they humiliate them 4-1. Tottenham, they got a goal from Christian Eriksen, but didn't really cover the cracks really, even though Harry Kane and Dele Alli should be sent off for 2 straight red cards in my book. And you know, it is what it is. And Raheem Sterling, who's really become a massive player for Man City this season, is now scored 2. He scored 2 goals in this game, and he looks like Pep's getting the best out of him now. And like I said, I think City have won the Premier League, but can this team go a whole season unbeaten? This is going to be really interesting to see from now to the end of the season, because that is going to be really interesting to find out. Tottenham, see, title's over. Can they get top 4? It's going to be really difficult for them now. Because you've got Liverpool, Arsenal, looks like they're playing good football at Tottenham. You've got Burnley on this as well. It's going to be difficult for Tottenham to get top 4 this season. But I think hopefully they can actually get to the FA Cup final or maybe win a trophy. That may be a good season for them. West Brom lose to Manchester United with a 2-1 win for Man United in this game. Lukaku scores again, doesn't celebrate again. That's now become a recurring theme for Lukaku in the last couple of weeks, because he scored it last couple of matches, because he did score against Bournemouth in midweek, didn't celebrate because the whole Manchester United fans said he was dog shit, and in the Manchester City game, and I felt sorry for him because he didn't get any service. What can you do if you don't give him the ball? He scored in this game, scored in the Bournemouth game, comfortable wins really for Manchester United. And Jesse Lingard has become a big player for Man United this season, scored a really good goal. Okay, they may have deflected. West Brom got a goal back from Gareth Barry, but for me, West Brom, 2 wins all season. They haven't won a match since August. It doesn't look good for them right now. And is Alan Partridge at Manchester for West Brom? I don't think he is. I'm so surprised he actually got the West Brom job. And for me, they shouldn't have sacked Tony Pulis. He's the guy that gives you Premier League football, and that squad right now is the worst, probably one of the worst squads in the Premier League for me for West Brom. Maybe Newcastle, maybe Swansea, and maybe even Stoke may have something to say about that. But for me, West Brom are where they are right now because that squad is bang average. And just puts respect to Tony Pulis. Got that team, I think, top half last season. That's incredible, to say the least. So I know West Brom fans aren't happy because it's that full, but for me, I think this team could go down this year. I think maybe go down this year because that squad is bang average at best, and Alan Partridge has a massive job on his hands, big time. Do it for Man United to have any chance of winning the league, which I don't think they have, which they probably will finish second best. Chelsea been a 1-0 win against Southampton thanks to a free kick from Marcos Alonso. Wasn't a great game. Pedro hit the post in the first half, but it wasn't a great match. Chelsea weren't really at their fluent best in this game. Morata, who's still injured and doesn't look like to get anywhere back in the team soon enough, so it's going to be so vital for the William, Pedro and Eden Hazard playing that false 9 so he can get the goals and do it. But Eden Hazard hasn't been Eden Hazard since, well, he destroyed Newcastle really, but it's actually been nice of William and Pedro who stepped up in the last couple of matches. William, who's outstanding against Huddersfield, you know, has got a really good goal, and then you also got Alonso who stepped up, even though the defending from the corner from the free kick was appalling from Southampton. I mean, Fraser Foster, I don't know what he's doing looking at the linesman when Marcus Alonso hit the foot and free kick. I just don't understand. Also, talking about Chelsea, there's been a lot of rumblings going on that maybe Aubameyang could be signed in the January transfer window because he's unhappy at Dortmund. I don't think that will happen. I think he wants to go to AC or Inter Milan. Don't think Chelsea suit him. So I think it's going to be really interesting what the 2020 can do in the January transfer window, because I don't think they're going to win the league. They will probably finish third or fourth. They will get top 4. Their main focus now, Chelsea, is pretty much, do we keep Antonio Conte as manager next season, or do we find somebody else? It's going to be interesting. As for Southampton, not playing Virgil van Dijk and your top goal scorer Charlie Austin in the game pretty much sums up they're in big trouble. And if you take Van Dijk and Richarlison on that team, that's a team I think could go down this year. Just like West Brom, Southampton for me is so hot and cold team. They can be amazing and get a point against Arsenal, and they should have beat Arsenal. And then they can be so cold and get thrashed by Leicester midweek, and then just be terrible in this game as well against you know, it's just a hot and cold team, Southampton. And for me, Southampton need to be careful because they're only 4 points above the bottom 3, and they have bad fixtures coming up as well. So not easy fixtures for them coming in the Christmas period, but I think they may have enough just to stay up if they keep Van Dijk and Charlie Austin in the January transfer window. Arsenal beat Newcastle United 1-0 thanks to a wonder strike from Mesut Ozil, who I thought was really good in this game. But the player I want to talk about is Jack Wilshere. I think he looks like to be, I don't think he'll be at Arsenal, but I do think this is the type of come and get me if somebody wants to buy me. And I think Jack Wilshere, who I thought was the best player on the pitch in this game, he really had a really good game. He had some really, you know, blinked some play up. He actually made the goal for Arsenal's goal for Ozil, and Ozil played well as well. But Jack Wilshere, I'm really happy for him because he's really been sort of in the doldrums really at Arsenal, because Arsene Wenger said he's not good enough. He's just that and the other. I think he's better than Jack Wilshere is better than Aaron Ramsey. I think he's better than Granit Xhaka, and I think he'd walk into the Arsenal midfield right now. I just feel like I don't think he will be in Arsenal's midfield in like the big games or any other games because Arsene Wenger doesn't trust him or whatever. But for me, I think Jack Wilshere, I think if I was him, I would think to myself, I want to get back in the England squad. Do I think I'll have a chance in the Arsenal team? No. I think he is going to find a new club in the January transfer window. Maybe abroad, maybe in Serie A or the Bundesliga, but I don't think he has a future in Arsenal. If he does sign a new contract, then maybe he does. I just don't see it. As for Newcastle, they played well in this game at times. Newcastle, they had trouble chance at the end from Perez and Joselu and Richie, but this Newcastle team just has got no quality going forward. I think defensively, with Jamal Silva back in the team and Moreno, I think he looks like a real player. I just think in the future, I don't think he's a good player now, but I don't think he's going to be Newcastle saver, stay in the league this year. He needs to score the goals. This Newcastle United, attacking wise, is bang average. Jacob Murphy is not good enough for the Premier League. Asu, for me, is one of those players you take him off the bench and does something at the end of the match. Joselu is the worst striker I've ever seen play for Newcastle. And then you think, why does Mitrovic not get a chance? Rafa always doesn't trust him because he could score a goal against West Ham. I think he's sent off in the same match against West Ham. And he got a free game back because Rafa doesn't trust him. Rafa does not trust him. And I think if Newcastle have any chance to stay in the Premier League this season, they have to go out and buy a world-class striker, a top striker who put the ball in the net, and a creative midfield player who can create the chances. I think they'll be okay defensively in Newcastle this season. I think they've got a tight Rafa will get that team organised. But I think going forward, it's the worst attacking team in the Premier League, probably over Swansea. They just got no goals in that team, and they're struggling to score goals. For me, Newcastle, I think my team, it's a pain for me to say this, looks like they're going to go down this year, and So the one man to blame is Meg Ashley. If you can sell the club, good, sell it. Because get out, because you're the reason why we're going to go down this year. Big time. As for Arsenal, good win to cut the gap to the top 4. Crystal Palace get a really good win against Leicester after a 3-0 win against them. Well, what can I say is that Wilfried Zaha, he's huge for Crystal Palace. He scored a goal in this game and also made a goal in this game. He looks like to be the only saviour in that team because Benteke also scored, but Casper Speicher should do better, literally should. And then Wilfried Zaha Benteke put in a really good ball. Wilfried Zaha hit it the first time and it was 2-0. And then Saka got a chance, but indeed he got a dive. We got sent off in this game after a dive, after 2 yellow cards, and on his birthday. So wasn't really a great birthday for Ndidi. So yeah, good win for Crystal Palace. You know, they're really on a run now. They're unbeaten in 7, which is the best ever in the top flight in the Premier League. So they're really starting. Roy Hodgson's definitely starting to get the best out of that team. And you think the likes of last season, Alan Partridge, it's pretty much still the same team. But Alan Partridge just destroyed defensive and all that stuff. He's come in, breaks down and organised it. Seamus Roy Hodgson organised it, got the best out of Zaha, got the best out of, for me, McCarthy, who's been sensational for them this season. And definitely they're going to get better and better. I mean, I did tip Palace, they just didn't think they had enough. I think they do have enough. If they keep Wilfried Zaha in the January transfer window, they will comfortably be safe. If they sell them, it's going to be really difficult. But it's literally, there's fine margins between the fighting in the relegation zone and it's getting relegated and staying up. Is one player, one bit of class, and Wilfried Zaha has that for Palace. He is massively for them. Leicester were terrible, and for me, just had a bad day at the office really. West Ham getting a big win against Stoke, and Stoke City right now need to sack Mark Hughes if they have any chance of staying in the Premier League this season. As for West Ham, great win for them to get them out of the bottom 3, and definitely they'll get starting to get confidence going. And their next game is against Newcastle. What a huge game that is on Saturday. Pretty much Newcastle have to win that game. If West Ham win that game, you could say that's pretty much relegated Newcastle. But it's a great win for West Ham, and they got Anadovic scoring again. He was sensational in this match. He had a sort of a monkey off his back, going back to Stoke, saying, "You know what, Stoke, you can boo me and give him verbal abuse." He went out there and proved it. He hit the bar, hit the post, he had chance after chance after chance. He could have a hat-trick in this game. Stoke's defending was a shambolic I've ever seen it this season in the Premier League. So great win for West Ham to get them off the bottom 3. And last game is Liverpool thumped Bournemouth 4-0. What do you expect when you have Salah in the team, scores again. But the player I want to talk about is who you think? Coutinho. He was sensational this match. He had a free kick, hit off the post. He also scored the first goal. Great individual finish. What do you expect from the guy? The second goal, he just dinked it over, and well, what do you expect? Salah scores. And then the third goal, which sums up Bournemouth this season, just don't know how to defend. And then sums up Bournemouth this season, just don't know how to defend. Then the fourth goal was a great ball in for Coutinho again, and he was offside, Firmino, but a good finish on the end from Firmino from a header. 4-0 win. It could have been 5 or 6. I know Defoe had a chance, hit off the post, but that was the only chance they had in the whole game for me. Bournemouth, they were really poor in this match. And that was the worst I've seen Bournemouth play this season. And Bournemouth are only a point above the bottom 3. And they have they have some really tough fixtures coming up away from home in the next couple of weeks. So they're in a relegation battle this season, Bournemouth, because they just concede too many goals. As much as they do score goals, they concede too many goals. And as for Liverpool, top 4, everything's going sleepy for them now. Like, I know they drew against Everton, which definitely affect them, but they are not seeing a lot of goals now because there's no kind of Jurgen Klopp has definitely got that team better organised defensively since they got thumped by Tottenham a couple of months ago. So they're definitely getting better defensively. This Liverpool team, I still think they need our centre back down in transfer window. But they are improving and improving and improving, and I think they will comfortably in the top 4 this season. I think they're the best of the rest, if you say that. I think they've got the best attacking team, besides Man City. Okay guys, looking at the Premier League table, where Man City top it off with 2 points, Man United second, Chelsea, Liverpool stay as is, so did Arsenal are still 5th. Then it's Burnley, who moved up to 6th, Tottenham are starting to 7th, Leicester stay 8th, Watford and Everton comfortably stay in the top 10. At the bottom it is Huddersfield with their massive win against Watford, huge win for them to put them to 11th. Then Southampton, Brighton here in New Jersey against Burnley this weekend, Palace, then West Ham, Bournemouth, then Stoke, who are really precarious with the worst goal difference in the Premier League and only a point above the bottom 3. Then it's Newcastle are in the bottom 3, who will be relegated if you do not buy in players who put the ball in the back of the net. Then it is West Brom, who have only won 2 matches this season and are precarious as well. And Swansea, who play Monday Night Football tonight, are bottom of the Premier League, but could easily get out of the bottom 3 if they win tonight. So guys, let's see what happened this week in the Bundesliga. And the Bundesliga this weekend, Bayern Munich win again with a late winner goal from Thomas Müller. Even though Stuttgart missed the damn penalty. How they missed that penalty, I don't know. Even though Stuttgart have a really good home form this season, Bayern Munich just do what Bayern Munich do. Scrounge, and they weren't at it, and they played terrible football, and they still grind results out and win matches. And that's the reason why they're going to win another Bundesliga title. Is anybody in the Bundesliga going to challenge this team? Can someone please challenge Bayern for the title? Because it's really getting fed up me telling this Bayern winning the league all the time. Except Bayern Munich spoilers you, but we love it. But good with Bayern Munich to end just before the winter break, to have a good end, say, first half of the season, even though they sacked Carolina's body. Stuttgart, they're really doing well so far this season. If they just stay where they are right now, they'll be comfortable. I think they're going to be safe this season. A lot of people say they'll be curious, lost the last 3 games, but the last 3 games, you couldn't ask for the 3 worst games. Bayern Munich, an informed Leverkusen team, and I think the other game was, I forget who the other game was, but they're really good. But before that, I think they'll be fine in Stuttgart this season. I just think they're going to be one of these teams that don't win in 5 and then go on beaten in 5. So I think they'll be fine this season. Dortmund making 2 wins in a row and end 2017 on a high with a good win against Hanover, one of their Champions League rivals for that top 4 this year, with a late goal from Piszczek. What a finish it was from Piszczek. It was a really good finish. You know, because 9:30 we were leading this game. And then the Bayern scored a penalty. Was it a penalty? Yes. You can sit there and say VAR, whatever you want. It was a penalty. And then Piszczek came out at the end, scored the winner. He has had a horrific year this year, Piszczek. The fact that America didn't qualify for the World Cup. He got slighted by the Americans for not qualifying for the World Cup. He's been not out in Dortmund. There's been no speculation he might be sold in the January transfer window. So he's pretty much ruled a lot of demons, really. He said, you know what, I'm going to show what I am. And he did show it in this game, and he was very good in this match. I scored the winning goal to save Dortmund's season and to save their 2017, which has been an absolutely horrific year for them this year. But end of the season really. But a really good win for Dortmund to boost morale. 2 wins in a row, and definitely the new manager since he came in has definitely got that Dortmund team better defensively, because I think they only conceded 2 goals in the last 2 matches. Well, 1 goal in 2 games. Before that, they were averaging 3 goals conceded a game. So they definitely get better defensively. I don't think they need to work on attacking wise because they've got talent there. But that's a good win for Dortmund. As for Hanover, as for Hoffenheim, big dent for Junior Nagelsmann, who was linked with the Dortmund job maybe in the summer to try and get him, you know what, I'm going to get the Dortmund job. Didn't really happen. But Hoffenheim, still a great season, and it's really tight between Dortmund and down 2 likes of Augsburg and Hanover for the Champions League places. Wide open this year for me. Leipzig, who are right now not second in the Bundesliga after their defeat to Hertha Berlin, and it was a really good game. Hertha Berlin were flying this match. They scored, I think they were, at one stage they were 3-1 up in this game. Leipzig did get a goal back, but even though Hertha Berlin were down 10 men, it's just some really weird games this weekend in the Bundesliga. This one was a great match. Theo Werner scored again. Wolfsburg still doesn't look like the Wolfsburg of last season. I don't know if it's just he's just not at it or whatever it is. Good win for Hertha. They need a win, and that puts them up into the top 10. And that defeat for Leipzig puts them down to 3rd in the league. Game of the weekend goes to Hanover versus Leverkusen, which finished 4 apiece. And my goodness me, there were some freaking good goals in this game. But some of a really good result for, well, none of them really. It was just a great game to watch as a spectacle. Just good attacking football from both teams. Both teams really, really good in the counter-attack. Really good in terms of... It's a really young team from Leverkusen, even though they didn't play Bailey, who actually has been their best player this season. He came off the bench and does what he does. Hanover, they've played really good this season, and the fact they know they're 11th in the league right now, but they're only 4 points off the top 4. That ain't a gap. I mean, right now the top 4 is wide open this season for me in terms of who will get the Champions League places. You probably say Liverpool and Hanover have chance this year, and it's a 2 drop points more for Leverkusen because they were leading this game than was for Hanover. But never mind, it was a great game to watch in the end. Frankfurt drew 2-2 against Schalke, who are another two other teams trying to fight for the top 4 this year. And Schalke were leading this game, and again, what can I say? All the teams so far this weekend are really struggling defensively this year. Frankfurt got an equaliser to get back into the game and get just enough. Just had enough in the end, Frankfurt, to get a point. Schalke, 2 points dropped, but they do move up to second in the Bundesliga tables. In the Bundesliga. And last game, I want to give a shout out to Cologne, who won their first Bundesliga match this season. The first team, and actually don't do that record of being the first team ever in Bundesliga to go through half a season not winning a game. So good shout out to Cologne to getting the first win of the season. Well done. You're still going to go down for me. You get the fact that you won your first match and we're in December goes to show how precarious your team is. Wolfsburg, you should be embarrassed, and you should be really embarrassed to call yourselves a football team when you get beat by that team, the worst team in the league. Not really good, is it? I know Arsenal did lose to Cologne this season, so maybe Wolfsburg deserve a little bit of credit. Maybe Wolfsburg deserve a little tiny bit of sympathy. So guys, look at the Bundesliga table where Bayern Munich top 41 points. Then it's a big gap back to Schalke, who are second. Dortmund in third, Leverkusen in fourth. Then it's Leipzig, Gladbach, Hoffenheim, Frankfurt, Augsburg and Hanover. All those teams from Hanover up to Schalke are all fighting for European spots this season. It's literally anyone's guess. Then at the bottom is Wolfsburg, who are big gap down to Wolfsburg, who are 12th. Then it is Freiburg, who are 13th. Then it's Stuttgart, Mainz, Werder Bremen, Hamburg and Cologne got their first win of the season. And that, my friends, is the Bundesliga table for the first half of the season, because they're now having their winter break and won't play another match to fight until January. So see the Bundesliga in 2018, and hopefully this will be more jam-packed goals and jam-packed entertainment. Happy holidays for all the Bundesliga fans out there. Enjoy your Christmas and enjoy your Happy New Year. So guys, let's move on to La Liga. And La Liga this weekend, Barcelona win 4-0 against Deportivo La Coruña, where Luis Suarez scored 2 goals but should have scored a hat-trick because of, that's right, goal line technology. Should have been a goal. How the referee just gets a stage now, get goal line technology and VAR in that league, because it's now becoming an embarrassment now, because all of Barcelona's goals, it's all coming in all the controversy is not in Barcelona. I mean, they think the controversy that the goal didn't go in against Valencia, which he should have won that match. The goal didn't go in last season against Real Betis. You know, it just sums up that league right now. It's just, people call it the best league in the world, but it ain't until they bring in technology. So look, they still won the game, Barcelona, but for me, it gets to the stage now. Goal technology is a must in that league. But take off away from Deportivo La Coruña, they did have chances in this game. They just didn't have enough quality in defence or attack or anywhere really, and for me they're going to be fighting for relegation this season. It's not looking good for Deportivo, not looking good for them, but Barcelona 4-0 win, 2 goals from Messi, 2 goals from Suarez and 2 goals from Paulinho. Eibar, who now make it 4 wins in a row, have now beat Valencia 2-1. What an upset this was. I didn't think Valencia, I thought this game would be a draw. I didn't think Valencia would lose this match because they have a really good record against Eibar. But Eibar, they are flying right now. Their form is now on another level. They're up there with even Barcelona in terms of form. They're now up to 8th in the league. This is a team 4 games ago who were bottom of the La Liga table, are now up to 8th of 4 wins in a row. They're only 2 points off Sevilla. It's an amazing season this has been this year from them. But good win for Eibar, which I thought they would look genuinely doomed. But now they have not just a chance again. I think they've saved the season. I think they may have a chance to get in Europe. Just goes to show you win 4 games in a row. It's incredible. As for Valencia, it's a big dent to their title ambitions this season. Maybe, just maybe, third is going to be where they're, third or fourth is going to be where they're finished this season. Atletico Madrid just did enough to beat Alves thanks to Fernando Torres, who came off the bench to get the winner in a very disappointing game from the Atletico Madrid. Antonio Griezmann just doesn't look interested. He doesn't want to be there. There's speculation that he will be sold either in the summer transfer window to Barcelona, because Barcelona are looking to sell Luis Suarez. Don't ask me where that come from. Look the reports up yourself. But good win for Atletico Madrid because of Torres. I mean, I have Fernando Torres, man. Even though he's not going to be there next season. So maybe this gives them a goodbye present to say thanks to the memories and enjoy your career. Good win for Atletico Madrid to go move up to second in the league. Sevilla drew 0-0 against Levante and they missed a chance to leapfrog Real Madrid, who didn't play this week because of the FIFA Club World Cup. But so it wasn't really a good game, it wasn't a great game out of all. Levante could say, yeah, we got a point away to Sevilla. Sevilla was very disappointed in that match because they weren't at it from the start of the match. No. If Real did enough to beat Celta Vigo 1-0 thanks to a goal from a bit fortunate, but it was a decent goal. Celta Vigo should be kicking themselves, and just because perspective, if Isco Aspas doesn't play or because he was injured in this game, they don't win and they don't score goals. He is so big to them that for me, he's the only chance. If you have him in the team, they will definitely be in the top 8. Don't have them in the team, they're going to be right now where they are. They are one of those teams at Celta Vigo, but good win for Real to keep them just touching distance. And speaking of the FIFA Club World Cup, I give a mention to Real Madrid, who won in their third FIFA Club World Cup after beating South American champions Gramelo, I think it is. 1-0 win thanks to Cristiano Ronaldo, who scored a world-class free kick. Gareth Bale had a chance at the end to make it 2-0, it was a really good save. But they won again. Real Madrid just keep winning, even though there's a lot of tension going on at Real Madrid at the minute, because even though they did win that match, Sergio Ramos at the end said, in a TV interview, saying, this team is good, but this team lacks character and it lacks quality. Now I don't know if that's a spat in the face saying, why did you sell Morata and James Rodriguez and not replace them, or if that tells me that Zidane has big problems at the back in terms of the board. So it wasn't a really good interview, but I think Sergio Ramos done. But enough. But you know, it's good. One hour trophy, Real Madrid to just keep winning. But you take Ronaldo out of that team, I think Real Madrid will struggle to get top 4 this season. But good win for Real Madrid to win our FIFA Club World Cup. So guys, look at the La Liga table where Barcelona top it on 42 points. Then it's Atletico Madrid up to second. Valencia down to third. Atletico, then it's Real Madrid didn't play this weekend. Still on 4th. Sevilla are now still 5th, and Villarreal 6th. Granola up to 7th. Elbar 4 wins in a row, right up to 8th. Getafe 9th, and Real Sociedad on the top 10. At the bottom is Leganés, Celta Vigo, Atletico Bilbao, Betis, Levante, Espanyol, Deportivo, Alves, Malaga, and Las Palmas. That is your La Liga table after 18 matches. So guys, let's move on to Serie A. And so yes, we get Inter Milan, who were top of Serie A, are not anymore because they lost 3-1 to Udinese, which really was a surprise because Udinese never win in the San Siro against Inter Milan. Their record's appalling going there, but different way, they really played really well. Inter Milan weren't really at it, and to be honest, the fact they even got a consolation goal was good for them because they were poor. Akadi he struggled at times. Perisic didn't look interested, and many other players just weren't at it for me. But the goalkeeper for Udinese played really well, and Udinese deserved a 3-1 win, which put them in the spectrum between Napoli and Juventus above them because Napoli win comfortably, very comfortable win against Torino, 3-1 win, thanks to, who do you think? Insigne, Mertens, and also Hamsik, who is now level with Diego Maradona with the all-time goal scorers for Napoli, and I think he will break that record, and I think he's been a great servant for Napoli, and he's been sensational for them. I'm absolutely really happy for him to get level with Maradona. I think he will break that. He's been one of Napoli's greatest, pros in terms of players, and I'm happy for him. Torino can see too many goals, and Belotti, who I think is a really good player, looks like he's going to be sold maybe in January transfer window or the summer. Looks like to be in the summer. Good well for Napoli to now go above Inter in the table to now be first. Juventus are now second after a 3-0 win against Bologna, thanks to a couple of decent finishes from Pjanic from a free kick. Patuidi scored a really good goal, and also Mandzukic, as usual, scores a decent finish because it's Mandzukic really. So yeah, good win for Juventus. Bologna just didn't have enough firepower at the end, and yeah, Juventus are now starting to motivate now to get their 7th straight Scudetto, which no team in Europe has won 7 straight titles ever. They could do it for the first time, and they're definitely contenders to do it this year, because it's Juventus, they always do it. So good work for Juventus to put them above Inter Milan in the table to second. Roma get a late winner against Cagliari. Cagliari played well in this game and actually feel sorry for them at the end not to even get a point, but it was VAR which was the sort of big talking point at the end of this match, because it was a goal, but then they went to the referee decision and he looked at it, and then their whole Roma fans and the whole Roma players tensed and thinking, oh, it may not count. And then it did count, and then it was the win. It wasn't just dead enough at the end. Roma, they probably lacked a lot of quality, but in the end, a win's a win. Cagliari will be very disappointed with the way they conceded the goal, but Roma still 4th, and looks like that's where they're going to finish this season. AC Milan get humiliated away from home against Verona, and I mean humiliated. They lost 3-0, got a man sent off, and Gustav and the AC Milan interim manager Gattuso said that was the worst performance he's ever seen from an AC Milan team. Now, if your manager is saying that, that doesn't bode well. And for me, AC Milan looked a lot of problems got on that club at the minute. There's been speculation that the owner of AC Milan may actually want to go and buy Aubameyang, which is fine, he named a striker. But then the chief scout said, we don't want Aubameyang, and there's all confusion, and the manager don't even know who the manager is going to be. Ancelotti's been in for the job, and Ancelotti doesn't want to be the manager of AC Milan because the owners don't want Ancelotti, they want Antonio Conte. It's just total confusion, and for me, AC Milan are really struggling. I think right now, where they are in the league, if they finish there, I think that's a great season for them, because it just doesn't look good for them. They spend a lot of money, but I don't think they spend a lot of money in the right areas. Yes, they bought in Bonucci, and I think that's a really good signing, but they didn't bring in a top striker, they didn't bring in a top creative midfielder, and I've been saying this for years, they need another goalkeeper. Donnarumma is not good enough. Simple as that. He's only 18. You can't rely on an 18-year-old to do it for the AC Milan. Seriously, come on. Like, I just feel like this, for me, AC Milan need new players and need top players if you want to fight the likes of the top teams in Serie A. They, for me, right now, are looking below to finish above Lazio and even Sampdoria this season. Not good enough from AC Milan. Great win for Verona to have any chance of staying in the freaking league. And the last game was a massive 6-pointer between Benevento and Spa, and I actually thought this could be Benevento's first win in Serie A. No. They lost 2-1 to Spa, and now are the worst team ever in top flight history to not win a game after many matches in Serie A. They've been nothing short of embarrassing this season, Benevento, and for me, shouldn't even be in Serie A, because to not win a game and we're into New Year Christmas is a disgrace. Yes, they got a point against AC Milan, but to be honest, everybody's getting points off AC Milan this season because they are even worse than them, but don't have any quality, Benevento. Maybe Serie B is where they should be, that's probably their level for me. Spa, good win for them to have any chance, just like Verona, to stay in the league. Good win for them. Benevento, Serie B next season. See ya in Serie B next season. That's what you said. See ya in Serie B next season. So guys, look at the Serie A table where Napoli go back to top of the league after a couple of days, after a couple of weeks of not being top. They go back to the top of the league after 40 points. Then it's Juventus a point back. Now Inter 2 points back off Napoli. Then we got another 2 points back off Roma. Lazio only got a point this weekend in a really good draw against Atlanta. So decent draw that. And they're 5th. Then Sampdoria, Atalanta, AC Milan, Fiorentina and Torino. At the bottom is Udinese, Bologna, Chievo. Then a big of a gap back to Cagliari, Sassuolo, Crotone, Genoa, Splat, Verona and Benevento are bottom of Serie A after 17 matches. And you can probably say right now, they're fucking getting down. They're going down to Serie B next season. So guys, let's look at the last league earn. And Ligue 1 this weekend, PSG beat Rennes 4-1 thanks to Neymar, Kylian Mbappe, and also Di Maria. He's really looking like the player of what we thought he would be. But good win for PSG, Rennes. What can I say? You just got beat by the team that's going to win probably the Champions League and maybe pretty much the quadruple this season. Monaco beat Saint Etienne 4-0 in a was the easiest match Monaco's ever played. It was a very awkward match to watch because Saint Etienne conceded pretty much from kickoff. I mean, literally the players were walking on the pitch. There was hardly anybody in the stadium. I know there was a stadium ban, but it just lacked. There was no passion, no desire, no hunger from Saint Etienne. And for me, Monaco thought, wow, like this is easy. We can just go and walk it. Well, just go and just have a cup of tea and have a biscuit. That was how easy it was for Monaco. They didn't even need to be in a second gear, really. The first goal summed up their season. Really good season, really good ball from Sidiri, but defending from Saint Etienne's opponent. Saint Etienne were down 10 men as well, thanks to Riffier, who was complaining with the linesman for the third goal from Monaco, which was offside, but it doesn't matter. You don't go with the linesman just for a abuse. The fourth goal was a good goal from Thomas Lemar, but it just covered the cracks really. Saint Etienne for me right now, I think could go down. Remy Cabella came off and was in tears. He looked like a broken man big time. And big problems with Saint Etienne. Since they got thumped 5-0 by Lyon, they haven't got a goal since. Big problems with that team for me. And for me, this could be the season where Saint Etienne go down to Ligue 2. Big time. Good win for Monaco to now go up to second league on goal difference above Lyon. Because Lyon, who did beat Marseille 2-0 in this game, but you could say, how the fuck did they not win this game more than 2-0? Marseille made so many errors in that match, it's unbelievable. Fekir scored a free kick, which he thought was 30 yards out. You think, he doesn't have a chance. Doesn't have a chance. But then, Madame de thought, I'll try and catch it. And he tried to, and it went in the net. So just a big error from the goalkeeper there. But Fekir came back in the team, and looks like, looks like he never was out of the team. Just looked amazing, because the second goal from a corner from him, puts it in, and it all scrambled about, and then one of the Lyon players crossed it in into Moreno, I think his name is, the guy from Real Madrid this side, puts a head into it, 2-0, comfortable win. And Marseille, as much as they can say themselves, well, they had chances as well, they were lucky, they could say they were unlucky, they just lacked a little bit of firepower up front. Yeah, you got Florian Thauvin, but Florian Thauvin has been sort of inconsistent. He's been their talisman this season, but Dimitri Payet has been nothing short of embarrassing for them this season. You expect him to do much better than what he's doing. Good win for Lyon, and looks like they could be the only team, apart from Monaco, that may actually challenge the PSG for the title of the season. I don't think so. I think it's between Monaco, Lyon and Marseille who will get Champions League football this season. One of them will miss out. Nice are now up to 8th, or up to 6th, I think up to 6th in the league. And Nice are now up to 6th in the league after a 1-0 win against Bordeaux. Comfortable win as well. Bordeaux, they're not really playing well at the minute. They're looking down and up as well, same as Saint Etienne. But Nice, they're starting to pick up some decent form. Balotelli is starting to really pick up the goals as well. So, good win for Nice to put them in the second league. And last game is Carlo Ranieri's Nats beat Alger 1-0. Alger stay where they are in the, I think, the relegation zone. As for Nats, looks like they're going to be just like Nice, fighting for the Europa League spot. Okay guys, let's look at the last table today. League earning. PSG top on 47 points. Now as Monaco move above Lyon on goal difference. Lyon are now third. Marseille stay where they are. Marseille, Nats, stay as they are. Nice move up to 6, Rennes down to 7. Strasbourg, what a season they're having. What a couple of results they have. They're moving up to 8th. Dijon as well moved to 9th. Cannes down to 10th. Dead at the bottom is Montpellier, Gang up, Armens, Troyes, Bordeaux, Saint-Etienne, who really are not playing well and they're conceding goals for fun. Then it's Toulouse, Lyon still in the bottom 3, Algiers and Metz, who get a win this weekend. Congratulations to them. Hopefully this match will start their season, or is this just like a fluky win that some teams just get. Okay guys, that's the football impact for this episode. Hope you guys enjoyed. Hope you guys have a smashing day. Please like, subscribe, and that.